What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to give you a tour of the downtown core of Miami. The downtown core primarily centers around the historic Flagler Street, which defines Miami's street grid. Anything north of Flagler Street has a north in front of its street number, and anything south gets a south in front of its street number. I recorded this video on Friday, August 26, 2022. It's about 2 o'clock p.m. and it's 89 Fahrenheit, 32 Celsius. I'm crossing over Biscayne Boulevard now. This is the street that's closest to the Biscayne Bay. Right now, Flagler Street is undergoing a redevelopment. We're going to see a lot of history around Flagler Street. It's a lot of old buildings, nice businesses, and a downtown Miami that's rapidly changing. Eventually, all of Flagler Street will look like this, going to the Miami-Dade Courthouse at Northwest 1st Avenue. This is the first section of Flagler Street that's been completed from Biscayne Boulevard to Southeast 3rd Avenue. But it's going to be pretty nice. The curb is even with the street. There's going to be renovated utilities, new sewer lines, electrical, and fiber optic systems. And this has been long overdue. The Flagler Street Revitalization Plan was first introduced in 2010, and people thought the day would never come when they would start on the renovations. In fact, it took them 6 years for groundbreaking to happen. So in 2016, finally something happened. And I believe in early March 2022, the first steps to really laying down these stones and everything on Flagler Street became possible. It's going to be really nice once this is all finished. This building over to my right is the Flagler Galleria Mall. It's home to a Marshall's, a few restaurants, a hair salon, and practically takes up the entire block. There's also a really good pizzeria here called Doro Pizza Bar. I can actually walk into it right now and show you all the businesses inside. This over here used to be a restaurant, but they closed up. Here's the entrance to the Flagler Galleria. After dark, they closed the gates to this shopping mall. All along Flagler Street, you'll see buildings like this, where there's an open lobby and lots of activity inside. You see here's a Peruvian mini market. Many of these businesses, they cater to the people on the cruise ships. When they come off from the cruise ships at the Biscayne Bay, they come here Here's a place that I've come to quite frequently, the Aklan Asian and Philippine Buffet. Hi, what's up? I'm doing a tour of downtown today.
Hi!
Yes.
Welcome to Aklan, the Filipino restaurant here in Miami. Come enjoy and eat.
Yes.
Hi,
All finished today. Hi.
Yeah, I'm finished today. Yeah, today is a good day.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
So if you want great Filipino food, come to Aklan.
Yes. Come on, just only $10.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And we have Phil Trip, which is a Filipino mini market. CityPro coffee and lunch. A small little place, but they've got great empanadas and coffee inside. There's also a Colombian restaurant on the corner there. But let's get back to Flagler Street, and I'll walk all the way past the Miami-Dade courthouse. That courthouse building has been featured in many movies and TV shows. There's also a Marshall's on the top floor of this mall. This is the down escalator, the up escalators. Over to my right here, past the stall.
Three of them actually.
Back in March, this area was very run down. The streets had a lot of construction. The construction barricades made it very difficult to move around here, but now that these two blocks have been completely reconstructed, it's looking a lot brighter now. But even though the street itself looks nice, there are a lot of vacant storefronts around here. Spaces for lease available, shuttered gates. And we'll notice this as we walk down Flagler Street. Currently, there's a billionaire developer. His name is Moishe Mana. He owns practically all of this area of downtown Miami. And he really hasn't done anything to develop it or has any interest, it seems, to keep the tenants where they are. But to keep the downtown core of Miami like this in this state, it's very depressing. I don't know what his plans are, but it's really up to him if this area is going to see a revitalization or not. Having the street reconstructed helps with new utilities and a new landscape, but if the stores and the buildings around here are just left here abandoned and not really maintained, then it's not really going to help much. But I've seen this happen with many neighborhoods and many places throughout the world. A place will look run down, a developer will buy up all the property, and then when the conditions are right, they start to develop it. That was the Flagler building we saw back there. Here's another historic area of downtown. The Olympia Theater has been here for a while. Right now it's home to the Van Gogh art exhibit. Right now it's even difficult to cross the street with all this construction going on. This neighborhood looks completely different after business hours. At nighttime, you'll see a lot of these gates closed. There'll barely be anyone walking in the streets. And oftentimes you'll see vagrants in the street. So you see here, I think they're going to be putting in new water mains soon and sewer lines, which is good. It even gets hard to walk over here with all these construction steps. I don't even know what they were called. They're doing a lot of work. As you can see, lots and lots of empty buildings, some of them very historic. Along Flagler Street too, we'll see a lot of the jewelry trade as well. There's a big jewelry and diamond district on Flagler Street. This used to be the Flagler Station, which was named after the railroad magnate who brought his railroad down here and really developed Miami. But it was previously a food court. Now that building has been condemned, I know so because I went to a restaurant which moved from this food court, and they forced them to move, go somewhere else.
What did you think when you saw it?
It's going to take many years for this entire project to finish. Once in a while you'll see cool art sculptures like that. Here's the first of many jewelry stores that we'll see. Actually, this entire building is like jewelry stores. This entire building used to be a Ross, but it looks like it's been a very long time since that was the case. Ross is currently on Biscayne Boulevard at Northeast 3rd Street, I believe. How's this Greek restaurant? Looks like they have a pretty extensive menu. They've got all the basics: hummus, sandwiches, Greek burger, even have Greek meatballs, moussaka on Friday, which is today. And now we're past all the construction. Oh, look at this. There's a food hall here called the Kylo. Looks like it's under construction. Nice little outdoor area over there with a waterfall. And here we've got the historic Miami-Dade County Courthouse building, which has been featured in many movies and TV shows. This was constructed in 1925. Used to be just Dade County. Bronze sculpture of Henry Morrison Flagler, given by Mr. Flagler's great-grandson to the city of Miami. Well, it says given to Miami-Dade County. This section of downtown is known as the Government Center. That's one of Miami's public transit options, the Miami Metro Rail. It costs $2.25 to ride it. It goes all the way down to Dadeland South and north to the Hialeah area. It's also a busy bus terminal. Miami-Dade Cultural Center. The library building is down that way. This is also home to the Miami History Museum. And this over here is the Miami Metro Mover. This is completely free to ride, and it goes completely within downtown and the Brickell District, which is a neighborhood just south of here. If you need buses that go to Little Havana or Miami Beach, this is where you'll connect them. This bus here will travel the length of Flagler Street. Bus number 51. The Miami police station is actually a block or two from here. To the right of me are all different courthouse buildings. And since this is Miami, once in a while we'll see wild chickens roaming around. Okay, let's walk back towards the Biscayne Bay on North 1st Street. Wonder what they're constructing here. It's a big project. Many years from now, downtown Miami may not even look like this anymore. It might be filled with a lot newer high-rise buildings. This isn't going to be the section of Miami that's going to be developing the quickest. Right now, the fastest developing part of downtown Miami is the Miami World Center, which is up there, closer to where the Paramount Tower is. Also, I did read, I don't know if this is related to it, but the Miami city government put out a rendering of what they want the government center to look like. And I think they've contacted a few firms already, or maybe they're soliciting bids now to redevelop the government center area. They want to have the Hudson Yards development in New York City as an example of what they want it to look like. Chickens running across the road. I'm surprised they know how to run across the road so quickly. Like they know it's a dangerous zone, so they get past it as quick as they can. Circuit and County Court.
I didn't expect him to call my case before 11 o'clock.
This trolley, it looks like a, I mean that's a bus that looks like a trolley. Those are completely free to ride. That one's headed towards the Coral Gables. development. Some more of Miami's jewelry district. All of this entire block of First Street is related to the jewelry or watch business. I'm actually not too sure of the building's name, but it looks very impressive. I know it is an entertainment venue. This building across the street is very interesting. I love the designs of these pieces. Seahorse, ship. Seems to be a mythical being. Inside this building too is a really good restaurant, Zagat rated. Actually, why don't we cross now? It's an Italian restaurant called Pompeii. but I just love to go in here and look at the ceiling.
Bye-bye. You need to have 4 roommates.
Commonwealth building, vacant storefront, and there used to be a cafeteria there, which is no longer. Not bad, all day parking on Saturday for $10 before 9:30 a.m. This place next to me, Carrot Express, is a healthy fast food chain. And all these stores here are part of the Flagler Galleria Mall, which I walked into before. This is the restaurant I was telling you about, which used to be in the food court, the Jamaica Corner. But they moved here, and you can get some amazing meals here. Next door neighborhood favorite. Could very well be one of my favorites too. One of my favorites from that restaurant is the curry chicken, especially the lunch special. I think it's less than $8, and it comes with rice and sweet bananas and vegetables. This store here, it sells Asian groceries, but mainly Filipino snacks and foods that you normally won't find here. I think they're closed today. It's a beauty salon. Peruvian restaurant and a Colombian restaurant on this side of the Galleria. Don't know what's going to happen over here with this vacant lot. Probably another tall building to come in the future. This restaurant on the corner, Ceviche 105, is a fast food, chain Peruvian restaurant, and it's absolutely delicious. On Friday nights, you'll find a line to get into this place. Some of the best seafood I've ever had comes from this restaurant. I know they have another location on Miami Beach as well. But that was pretty much the entire walk of the historic downtown core. Many of those buildings, they date back to the 1920s and 30s when Miami was really in a boom. But right now, it might be in another boom again because this area is slowly being redeveloped, starting with the reconstruction of Flagler Street there. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoy that video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already to the channel. And I will see you next time. Bye, everyone. See you soon.